It did shock me, actually. You like to think that logic can overcome things like this, and then when you're actually faced with it, in the end, your logic is not that strong after all.
This is crazy.
My name's Chris Croft. I live on the south coast of England, somewhere called Poole. I used to be an engineer, but now I run training courses. So I'm a scientist, really, by nature. So we were going on holiday to Scotland anyway. So we were just going to go up some mountains and explore. And I did a bit of research on things to see in Scotland. And there was this thing called the electric bray. And they said it's one of the weirdest things you'll ever see, and you have to see it. So as we approached, it's just a completely normal road. It's just in the middle of the countryside, miles from anywhere. And looking at this road, it was obviously uphill as we were coming along and downhill behind us. And the first thing we did was we had a football with us, and we took that out and we put it on the road. And it just very slowly started to roll up the hill, which is just the weirdest thing. So then we tried it with the whole car, and we just sat in the car and we just took off the handbrake with the car in neutral, and the whole car just rolled up the hill. And some other people there actually got out of their car and just watched it rolling up the hill, but I didn't want to do that because it was accelerating. It was only slow, but it was accelerating. It's really odd because you wonder whether there's been some trick of photography in other people's video, but when you get there, it really is like that. My first thought was, is it magnetism? Is it some weird gravity effect? Because it absolutely feels like that. How can things roll uphill, you know? And of course, it can't be that. You know, there's nothing that's ever been found that interferes with gravity. So it has to be an optical illusion. It has to be that when you think you're looking down the hill, you're looking up the hill. How do you know if it's uphill or downhill? If there's no horizon, then I think what we tend to do is we tend to assume that downhill we'll be seeing lots of stuff behind us. Whereas when we look uphill, we see very little and then the sky. But what if you had a hill that at the top it had loads going on, like lots of mountains? And then at the bottom of the hill, by pure chance, there was very little. And there was just, you know, pretty much sky. And that's what this hill is like. It is just an optical illusion. It shows we've got a few simple algorithms that our minds run. But I am a believer in the world being amazing and weird. There are loads of things in the world that are well worth seeing. Everything from the Taj Mahal to the pyramids to the Grand Canyon, etc. And those are big things, but there are lots of small, amazing things to see as well. It hasn't changed my belief in the supernatural. In fact, if anything, it's strengthened me because it shows how easily fooled our minds are. You know, if you can't even tell if a road is going up or down, how can you tell whether something's haunted or whether that noise you heard was really a monster or that light you saw in the night is anything? It just shows that our brains are easily fooled. But it's a really fun way to find that out, isn't it? You know, it's definitely worth seeing.